Hey Sagittarius, this is Michael with your February 2023 Tarot Scope. I do hope that this video finds you well and in good spirits. Whether you are a Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising, I really do recommend that you watch these videos for your rising, specifically for the astrology portion, but you are welcome to watch this regardless of how it finds you. I really feel like the month of February is honestly a nice break. We had kind of a rocky start in the beginning of January, and there's a lot that's going to be happening in March. So in a lot of ways, February is kind of a time to move forward, to get things in order. There's not a lot of interruptions, which is really, really nice. And honestly, I think this is going to be a really beautiful month overall. For you specifically, Sagittarius, there's a lot of focus on communication, as well as, coming home to yourself in some way. If you're excited for today's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Michael, and I incorporate tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. If you're looking to dive even deeper, you can find links for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions with me in the description box down below, as well as links for the blog posts and my other social media accounts. So as I was kind of pulling the energy for you, Sagittarius, and really connecting, I was getting images of gardens. Oh my God, that's so crazy. I have the Seven of Pentacles coming out already. I was getting images of gardens while I was connecting to your energy. And what's so interesting about this is we do have Pisces season later on this month. We have a Pisces new moon on the 20th. And this could be a really beautiful time to manifest a home or manifesting a space for yourself. It's also new beginnings for your family, and it's kind of setting roots. I really do get this sense, some of you want to move or to manifest a new home where you have space to garden or have space for plants, or maybe some of you are just bringing more green into your life. Regardless of how this is manifesting for you specifically, I feel like plants and nature is just very, very grounding and helping you connect. Now, with the Seven of Pentacles coming out in the past energy, it really does feel like you've been hard at work on something. You've really been putting in effort, and maybe you're even starting to see some signs of progress or some signs of growth. I get more of kind of a work energy with this, but this could also be talking about relationships as well. Maybe you are working on something, or maybe someone is growing in some way. But there does feel like, it does feel like there is still some work to do with the page, with the Seven of Pentacles. I do have the Knight of Cups here. Not sure why I wanted to say Page of Pentacles, but maybe some of you are beginning a new journey or learning something new, which is often how I think of the pages, and also receiving messages, having communication back and forth. But I feel like there's something about watering your garden with these two, with the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. And this very much feels like self-care. And I think especially as we are winding more into Pisces season, we're actually starting off this month with Venus in the sign of Pisces, which is a very cozy, beautiful energy. Especially for you, I get the sense that there really is this need to seek out comfort and home, and maybe, having a place to come home to, or someone to come home to after a long day. That's kind of a vibe I'm getting. What else do we have for Sagittarius? We have the King of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I do feel like there is something you're kind of active or working very hard towards. I do get this sense that a lot of you are creating some sort of strategy or enacting strategies to help you build something that is rewarding to you. And so I feel like there is a lot of momentum this month. And again, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily like all easy or it's all like sunshine and roses the whole time. But it feels like with February, there's a lot less disruption. And if there are problems, they are straightforward and they have straightforward solutions. You might be wrapping up themes from the previous month, kind of correcting things in some way. We do have the Emperor. So I do feel like you are building your empire. You are building your dream life. You're building your home. Which is kind of interesting. Some of you really could be quite literally working on hands-on projects. There could also be creative projects or passion projects that you are working on with your ruling planet Jupiter now in the sign of Aries until the second half of this year. It really feels like you're reconnecting with passion. And it's like actually taking action towards these things. And maybe even connecting with people who are in leadership positions or people who are very knowledgeable. Maybe teachers of some kind, especially air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy, or even Aries energy with this Emperor. What else is going on for Sagittarius? Show us clearly, please. What is the future energy for Sagittarius? And then we'll pull for love, money, and some other things too. We have the Six of Pentacles for the future. So there might be some sort of reciprocity or gift giving that is happening at the end of this month. Finding support in other people or supporting other people. There's a lot of exchange and charity that comes with this card. So it really kind of depends on your situation. I'm feeling like a lot of you are giving something with the King of Cups here. Maybe this is a water sign who is giving you some sort of opportunity or gift. But I actually feel like this is your energy, Sagittarius. I feel like you are being called to give something to someone. And specifically, this could actually be a family member. You could be helping your family or supporting a family member or someone who is akin to family to you. Let's pull some more cards. Let's pull for love and relationships. I feel like a lot of you have had some kind of interesting dynamics playing out in your love life. We have had the planet Mars retrograde in the sign of Gemini from the end of October to the middle of January. And Mars will still be in Gemini until March. So there could be some wrapping up of cycles or conflicts or tensions that came up in relationships or your ideas around relationships. And it's like kind of the message I had earlier. It's like if there are problems that come forward, it's like you're finding solutions to them now. So there could be some issues that are coming up in relationships, or maybe you are working things out. Yeah, we have the Star. And this is kind of a replenishing time for relationships. I really, really do like to see this. And actually just having Jupiter in the sign of Aries, this could also be attracting new relationships to you as well. Because the Star is just this message of overall faith, hope, and optimism. It brings healing. So I do feel like a lot of you are in a healing cycle, which kind of does feel like a confirmation that maybe things have been a little bit challenging in relationships. Maybe there's been this longing for a relationship, or there's just been conflict between you and a partner. But I feel like there is some sort of healing that is happening now. What else do we have? What else do we have for love and relationships? We have the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So what's interesting is like part of this healing might be you recognizing and identifying things that maybe you were projecting. These could be expectations that weren't fulfilled and therefore led you to being hurt or feeling slighted. It could also be you kind of challenging biases of how you think relationships should look. There could also be a lack of clarity from another person as well with the Seven of Cups. Maybe someone isn't super clear with their own intentions or trying to figure out what they're trying to feel. But the Queen of Swords really brings down the hammer. She is very much about cutting to the point, saying what needs to be said, and finding clarity. So I do feel like with these two cards together, there is something about getting on the same page. And I think that's kind of what's bringing this sense of hope again. And I mean, even the star can be kind of vague, right? Because when you look up at the night sky and you see a star, it's not necessarily something that you can reach. It's more a sense of direction. It's more a pull. And so that is something that is happening with relationships and love. And this could be, again, in a relationship. Maybe you are feeling drawn to places or to a situation where you could be meeting someone. I just feel like there is a lot of clarity that is happening for you relative to intimate partnership and relationship this month. Anything else? We do have the Knight of Wands. This is actually one of your cards, Sagittarius. So I do feel like overall there's just kind of this spunky, free-spirited energy, going after the things that you want. Maybe even trying some new things as well. I'm kind of getting that with the skateboard image for some reason. That's just what that feels like. Things are moving. And I feel like there could even be some passion or some chemistry between you and another person. Or you could just be really feeling yourself or coming back into that part of yourself if you felt disconnected. Maybe from your sexuality or from your desirability. I feel like there's kind of this energy of you finding that spark, finding that glow. That feels really, really important to me. Are there any other messages for Sagittarius? Let's talk about finances. What is going on financially? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Love to see this. So there could be opportunities coming your way this month that are leading to increases in stability or abundance. We do still have some energies playing out in the sign of Capricorn, which are really talking about, which is the sign that talks about finances for you. We have Mercury coming together with the sign, or with the planet Pluto in Capricorn on the 10th. There we go. And this could be a really powerful time to set intentions, to make some sort of life-changing decision regarding finances. Or there could be some sort of opportunity that is being handed to you or offered to you. And just overall, the month of February is really teeming with opportunities. What else do we have? Kind of also just looking at my astrology notes, which is why I'm looking down here. What else do we have for Sagittarius regarding finances and money? Show us clearly, please. We have the World. Okay, so a lot of opportunities. Really a good month to start a whole new chapter. Whether this is involving a job or just like a new way of investing or thinking about money. Maybe there are opportunities to travel. I love seeing the World. It's a very open card. There are cycles that are ending and new cycles that are beginning. You're very much in a threshold financially, but it is leading to you to greater success and greater stability overall. And it's just interesting to see this Ace of Pentacles again, this sort of bulb, because I was getting that garden imagery at the beginning of the reading. So it does feel like there is something about you tilling the soil, setting intentions, and also having new signs of growth or new signs of life cropping up. And it feels like it is bringing you more abundance. Are there any messages from Spirit? Any other messages for Sagittarius for the month of February? Show us clearly, please. Show us clearly. What's really weird is as I was asking that question, I was getting like the image of a closet, and like some of you might be feeling like there is some sort of energy around a doorway or a door frame. There could be messages coming in. Interesting. I kind of can't help but think of like the closet imagery as well as like coming out of a closet. Maybe someone was closeted in their life and that is an ancestor who is coming through. There could also be just you coming out of some sort of closet, you becoming more open. We do have the Page of Wands with this kind of message as well. And Page of Wands is really a creative energy. It's finding that fire. It's finding that spunk. And we had that with the Knight of Wands as well. So overall, I feel like you're receiving some sort of divine ideas or some sort of message. And I'm looking at that light bulb. Maybe there's something about a light bulb flickering, especially if that's in like a closet or in some like tiny room. That could be spirit communicating with you as well. So kind of pay attention to the thoughts you're thinking as you're sort of getting these synchronicities. But I feel like there's a lot of potential. I feel like you are really feeling your potential this month. And maybe some of you are reaching this potential by connecting to your inner child and finding these kinds of energies or finding these sorts of themes that were once important to you as a young person. They could now be really coming back, or you're feeling more inspired to pursue these things again that were once very life-giving or very creative for you. I just get this very inspired energy with the Page of Wands. Are there any other messages from Spirit for Sagittarius? Show us clearly, please. Wow, so we have the Four of Wands, a very celebratory energy, and it feels like you will be successful if you take action towards the things that excite you. And it's just a very cozy energy overall. Looking at this Four of Wands. And it's like something is ready. Like looking at this teapot, looking at this this pan, it's like something's cooking. And it feels really, really good. It's really exciting. And again, kind of looking at this as like a hearth. There's a lot of focus on home for you this month as well. Are there any other messages for Sagittarius this month? Any other messages? Show us clearly, please. Queen of Cups, trust your intuition. Really pay attention to dreams. This is a really good month to divine. And I'm really getting like connecting with spirit specifically. Like there's this kind of mediumship I feel like you are tapping into this month, which is kind of interesting. And I think just like being in Pisces season, really connecting to home and family, I do feel like there are a lot of ancestors who are going to be communicating with you this month, or you could be connecting to your roots more. I'm just getting that with this Queen of Cups because this is also Cancer energy, and Cancer energy does correspond to home and family as well. So there really is this like coming home energy that feels very significant to me. Are there any other messages? I kind of want to pull an animal card for you now, Sagittarius. And I often think of these animal cards as energies for you to embody. What are the messages for Sagittarius? We have the rabbit. So there might be something that's kind of freaking you out. And again, like maybe you are sensing some sort of paranormal activity. I don't know why I keep coming back to that. For others of you, maybe you're just feeling like ungrounded, really stuck in your head. Maybe you're spending too much time in front of your computer or on your devices. And I feel like with the rabbit, you just need to unplug. You just need to ground. You need to get really, really present. And specifically pay attention to the world around you. Listen to the world around you. This is a form of meditation called open monitoring meditation, where you are kind of just observing the world around you, paying attention to things, becoming more mindful, and really helping your nervous system ground into the present. And also paying attention to messages you are hearing. There is definitely a focus on hearing with this card and needing to listen. Ooh, big, big energy with the hawk here, as well as the camel. And I often think of you when I pull this card, so very interesting. With the hawk, I do feel like there are perspective shifts. There are things that you are seeing, maybe signs from spirit, from kind of a higher perspective. And it's interesting because it's like the hawk preys on the rabbit, which is kind of interesting. So maybe you are paying attention to signs or red flags. And again, with the Queen of Cups, just really trust your intuition. And if this message doesn't resonate with you, that's totally fine. Maybe you are just very attuned to the universe right now. You are hearing things, you are picking things up. And especially with the camel, there is kind of this spiritual vibe with this card, because I think of the camel as going on a pilgrimage and having what you need, drawing upon these inner resources and these reserves. And if you do find yourself in the face of conflict, it's like finding healing, bringing these opposites into balance, the fire and the water. And like, that kind of feels like a dynamic that's sort of unfolding in close relationships. Kind of finding hope, finding your way forward. And not being depleted by the heat of tension or conflict. And knowing you have the tools, you have the ability to have uncomfortable conversations, to step out of your comfort zone, and to move into the direction of your alignment and your soul. Are there any other messages? I'm really feeling like I want to pull a moon card for you as well, Sagittarius. I keep thinking of this deck, so I'm going to pull from the Moonology Oracle deck. Any messages for Sagittarius for the month of February? Show us clearly, please. Show us clearly, please. Any messages for the month of Sagittarius? For the sign of Sagittarius in the month of February. Wow, we have the gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So some of you really have been working very hard on something. Coming back to the very first card we pulled with the Seven of Pentacles, you have been putting in some sort of effort or labor, and it feels like you are just about at a peak here. There could be new opportunities or new beginnings for you financially as well, opening up whole new worlds for you. And for those of you who feel like you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, maybe you don't feel like there's this thing right around the corner, I'm getting the sign that this is something that is much closer than it appears to be. The things you are trying to manifest, the things you are trying to create are much closer than you realize, so don't lose faith. You might even just have a very synchronistic meeting or opportunity with someone, or you just have something that opens a new door very unexpectedly for you. You might not realize just how close you are to your purpose. It might feel like it's something that's years and years away. I'm getting the message that this is actually something that is much more palpable and attainable than you are realizing right now. And so it's important that you are taking steps, taking action right now. Don't keep your potential as potential, okay? Don't always live for what you are trying to become in the future. Start moving towards that today. That is something that feels really, really important for Sagittarius. And I think those are all the messages I have for you this month. If this resonated or gave you some things to think about, definitely hit like and subscribe. I have all of my links in the description box down below. You're also more than welcome to check out the other videos, maybe for your moon or rising sign, just to kind of get a greater sense of what is in store for you this month. And I will see you all next time. Take care, Sagittarius.